What's up, everybody? Welcome to Speak for Yourself.
Next!
A safe space for millennial sports fans like myself. Here, we give our most fierce responses to Jason Marcellus' takes. I'm your favorite social media manager, Darnell Smith. Y'all know who I got next to me. I'm going to say it anyway, though. Your favorite co-host, HBCU legend, Shayla. Talk to him, Shay.
How's it going? It's Friday. I'm so excited that it's the end of the week. I can't even express to you how excited I am for the weekend.
It's been a long week.
It really has. I don't have it. I'm relaxing all weekend, but I'm excited to do that.
Well, I got big plans, and I know my second co-host, two-time Billy All-American, Miss Nina Davis. I know you turned up this weekend.
This is actually a chill weekend.
What?
This is a chill weekend because next weekend, I can't talk about it just yet, but next weekend going to be live.
Crazy live or silly live?
It's going to be crazy, silly. It's going to be a weekend. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Secrets.
Yeah.
That's a little secret.
Talk about that off air, huh?
Yeah.
But anyway, y'all, we got a great show for you today. We're going to take it to the basketball court where the LA Clippers have been struggling lately. And our guys talked about the other day if Kawhi Leonard's leadership is to blame. And y'all know that dude was not about that. And then check this out.
Kawhi, get it out. Kawhi has 2 rings, not just Toronto. It worked in Toronto, and it worked in San Antonio. Every one of y'all named doesn't have a championship perspective, outlook, or outcome. Patrick Beverly, I love you. Montrez, I love you. Y'all trying to run a sprint in a marathon. This dude is running a marathon.
They're trying to compete. That's what athletes do.
They trying to win LA, which I love, and they trying to win every game, which doesn't matter.
We don't have enough
We
time,
have won a lot of games and no championship. Let Kawhi lead us to a championship.
Come on, man. You know Marcel's going to be biased on this one. I'm going to ask you, Shay, keep it real. Is it fair to criticize Kawhi Leonard's leadership?
Well, this might be a hot take to some, but I don't think Kawhi was ever a leader. So to say, is it fair to question his leadership? I just feel like, well, yeah. I mean, if you expected him to come to LA and become this leader after all these years in the league, I don't think that's realistic.
Right.
I mean, he's 2-time champion, 2-time Finals MVP, 3-time All-Star. I'm not saying he's not a phenomenal player and the best one on the Clippers team, but it's hard to lead when you can't lead by example. He's sitting on the bench most games, doesn't play any back-to-backs. He's not the most vocal person. So you don't have to be super vocal to lead, but it's definitely help.
Right.
And then also it's when you have players like Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams, Pat Beverly, who are used to competing, going out there grinding every single day, and they're looking at you as if you kind of feel like you're better than them. How can you be a effective leader when you're really not doing the things for that team that a leader would do? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Kobe Bryant. To be on the Lakers, you had to kind of conform to the way that he led, but it was his way of leading, right? It doesn't seem like Kawhi even has any type of strategy to be a leader.
You coming in hot today, Shay, and I couldn't agree with you anymore. Yes, hell yes, it's fair to criticize Kawhi's leadership. As you just stated, he's the best player on the team, and with that comes responsibility. He's not vocal. He's sitting out games. So it's okay, then how you going to lead? You're not leading by example because you're not on the court. You're not leading by your word because you don't talk that much. So when the Clippers are losing games, they got blown out by your Memphis Grizzlies.
Shout out to Memphis.
This past weekend. And it was clear frustration. They had a team meeting, I think that next day to kind of talk about the game and what went wrong. And players are clearly frustrated. As you stated, Shay, when your best player's on the sideline and you on the court, you're Patrick Beverly, you're Montrezl Harrell, these are dogs, and you're losing these games, you're going to look at this dude like, man, what's up? We brought you over here for us to win games. And I know Marcellus made the point that, listen, this is the regular season. It don't really matter.
Right.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. I get all that. But this is a brand new team that Kawhi's on. They haven't gelled completely yet. So you as that leader, if you're not hurt, if you're not whatever, listen, I'm not saying you got to play every single game, but missing every single back-to-back, as many back-to-backs as it is throughout this calendar year, that's unacceptable, man. He definitely deserves criticism. And I know you agree, Nina.
I agree partial. Let me break it down to you. I agree a little bit. Okay, first the question. Of course, you should question Kawhi. He's one of the best players on the team. So when it comes to a team losing, of course, you would turn to Paul George, you would turn to Kawhi, you would turn to the best players to say, hey, what's the problem? Why are you guys' team losing? Right. But I just think it's different kinds of leaders. Is he a great leader? No. Do I think that he's a good leader? Maybe. He's not vocal. We all know that. Like, he's super quiet. As we know, as all three of us go and cover the games, he doesn't like the media. He takes an hour and a half, sometimes two, not exaggerating, to come out and talk to media. Like, he does not, he's just not vocal. Right. But my thing is, when he is out there on the court, if I had a little kid and had to tell them someone to watch, when he's on the court, I would tell that kid to watch him. He takes charges. He plays offense. He plays defense. When he's on the court,
win.
I said win. I said win.
That's fundamental. Like, we're not saying he's not a great player, but that doesn't make you a leader.
I'm saying, I think when he's inside of the lines, he's a great leader. When he's on the court, he's a great leader. The stuff off the court, yes, I do feel like he needs to correct it. But at the end of the day, I feel like the Clippers and the teammates, unfortunately, in this new day and time, I'm not agreeing with him sitting out back-to-back games, but it's just unfortunate that that's what the NBA has come, and they should have expected it. Greg, when he was with the Spurs, Greg Popovich even said that Kawhi is a great teammate, but he's not a great leader as far as being vocal. So I feel that's when the balance comes with, like, Lou Williams. You see Lou Williams is more vocal. Right. So he'll get on the players. You see him, like, getting on their case when, like, Trez get a technical or a bad charge. So do I feel like Kawhi has things he can improve on? For sure. But at his age, 28, 9, whatever he is now, can you really think that he's going to change it? Like, to his defense, he's a winner. Like Marcellus said, he has championships. He did the same thing in Toronto, and he won.
Okay, but you can't blame it on, he's been acting like this the whole time. Now you're with a new team that expected you to be a leader, right?
But how do we know that they brought him in to be a vocal leader?
I'm not saying vocal. I'm saying a leader, period. He's not a leader in any aspect of the word.
Okay.
Like, in my opinion, even the same way as far as, like, you're saying that's just the way of the game. LeBron, I was about to cuss. LeBron almost had the flu nearly the other day, and he was on the court. AD's shoulder injury all season. Like, they get out there and they're on the grind with the rest of their team. Even you said, like, we cover the Lakers and the Clippers. The Lakers locker room is definitely more inclusive. They have better chemistry. They are a team. When you're in the Clippers locker room, it is not the same vibe. Montrez the other day even said they don't have a good team. You can tell they're frustrated with one another.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's just the culture that Kawhi has brought. And I'm just saying I feel like he feels that if you ask him, is he a good leader? He would probably say yes because he has been awarded for it.
I think he would say, I'm not a leader.
I don't think he would say that he's not a leader.
I get what you're saying. You're saying because he leads by example, by his play. Watch what I do and follow me. But the problem with that argument is that he don't play enough for that to be effective. If he was a guy who's I'm playing 82 games, I'm playing as much as I can.
And my thing is,
that's fine. But when you missing games and your only form of leadership is by watch you as an example, it's a problem.
And I'm saying that's not a problem. But the only thing I feel that would have made him change this early on when he was in Toronto is maybe Doc Rivers in this case would be the one who needs to step in and say, hey, you're not going to sit out. I just feel like he's been awarded for it for so long that he feel like what he does, he's a good leader and that it's okay because he became an NBA champion. No one says anything to him. They don't make him talk. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows that he's not with a trainer for 2 hours making the media. They reward him for it. So in his mind, he's like, I go on the court, I get them to the champ, I turn my switch on when the playoffs or whatever. So I'm an okay leader.
So you don't think that the players on the Clippers, they don't feel like he don't care that much?
I feel like they do feel that way, but I don't feel like they're addressing him. So then how can you lead a team that feels like you don't care? By play. Because the thing is, look, this is my thing. That's okay, so let's just say at the end of the year, if he leads them, let's just say this is crazy because we all know we Lakers fans, but let's just say he turns it on, he gets them there, and he wins them a ring. Are they going to complain that he didn't play back-to-backs? No one's going to complain when you win.
Sure, yeah. If they win a championship, great. Like, nobody's saying that if he turns it on. I'm just saying if he turns it on in the postseason and everybody's frustrated for the first 82 games,
they're not gonna win.
They're not going to turn it on day one of the playoffs, like as if chemistry was all good the rest of the season.
But he did pretty much the same thing, not at that extreme level, but
Toronto
in Toronto.
Was not upset. Toronto knew he was there for 1 year. They had an agreement.
Everybody
knew what was going on.
No, and like Whitlock said in the segment, it worked, but they got lucky that Kevin Durant went down, Klay Thompson went down. Let's keep it all the way 1,000.
No.
If KD and Klay don't get hurt, that Raptors team not win the
You don't know that. He said
that
shoulda, coulda, woulda. We don't know that.
Stop,
I'm
you a hooper.
I am a hooper.
Stop.
I am a hooper, but I'm just saying that we can't go off if this would have happened, if Michael Jordan would have never retired and went to baseball. I'm just saying you can't do the woulda, coulda, shouldas.
Last thing, real quick, because I know my producer Alyssa Green is hating me right now. Last thing, and the main thing is what Chris Haynes said.
Yeah.
It's a different mindset between Kawhi Leonard and the rest of that team. You got Lou Will, Patrick Beverley. These are guys we mentioned. They're dogs. Those are guys who got out the mud, had to grind for everything they got right now in terms of basketball.
No, for sure.
Where Kawhi Leonard was lucky enough to land on the Spurs as a rookie, and then every team since then, the Raptors and now, every team has catered to his needs. They've catered, kind of as you stated. In a way, they babied Kawhi Leonard to give him whatever he wanted and whatever he needed. And you're playing with guys who. No handouts. So now you got this two different sides, two different coaches, and they're just splitting heads, man. And I don't see how it's going to work. Lakers going to win it all.
And my last thing, as far as him being the leader of this team, and even if he's going to sit back-to-backs, even if, he's been in this league differently than the people in the team, he has to adjust. You have to do that in any profession and in any aspect of life. And when you're in a new situation, you have to adjust to what works.
So
he
do y'all
can't just
feel
keep doing something and it's not working with this team.
So, last question, do you feel that he's gonna adjust? Just in, do you feel
No,
that?
he's not.
Last thing, no.
No. Cool.
He's not a leader.
All right. That's all we got today, man. We have to bring that fire today.
Yeah.
That's all we got. Be sure to tune in and speak for yourself Monday through Friday on FS1 to support our guys, Whitlock and Marcellus. Today, the reason we got next. And be sure to tune in, subscribe.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak for Yourself or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.